What add-ons am I using in Mist of Pandaria Classic? The first one right here is changing my font, and it's called Nice Damage. You can get this by going to Google and typing Nice Damage. It's important you choose the one from WoW interface, the one right here. Go to the top right corner where you can also find the download link. The moment you have got this folder or add-on, you need to drop it into your WoW Classic interface add-ons. How do we do this? Open up your Battle.net app and show in Explorer. This will take you to this page where you need to choose Classic. Once you're in the Classic folder, you gotta find the interface folder and then go into add-ons. Here I can for example see my current add-ons. Next, you would like to drag the Nice Damage add-on into this folder, but not just the one you're getting when you download the add-on. When you download the add-on, the folder will look like this. You gotta make sure you go into the folder, find what's called Nice Damage, and this is the one you're dragging into your add-ons. Next, you would like to log in, go to add-ons right here, and make sure you have also enabled load out-of-date add-ons. Once this is enabled, it should also be working. At least I tested this on a new computer and everything were working smoothly. The next one is called RareScanner, and yeah, you guessed it, it's scanning for rare creatures. It will warn you with a sound and also a big icon, including the look of the NPC. On your map, there will also be displayed all the different spawn locations. This is also the same case with rare treasures and other things that will be important to collect or kill. When I'm doing things with a group, I like to enable JaxPartyCastbars. Now on my party bars, I can also see whatever they're casting. This is useful for when I'm for example tanking and I need to know if a healer is about to heal me or not. On top of this, it's also pretty useful when you're doing arenas and you would like to know what your party are doing. Beside this add-on, then I also like to enable details. Yeah, this is a damage add-on that lets you know how much damage people are doing. You can also track other important things such as CCs, healing taken and done. Yeah, there's many things you can track to see how people are performing. I also find it useful when I'm for example doing a difficult encounter where I constantly wipe. Here I can then track what has done the most damage to me and what I need to avoid in the future. I also like to combine this together with another add-on which is called DeadlyBossMode. It lets you know when there's about to happen important things during a dungeon or raid. What do I mean? Well, now I can also track when a boss is about to do a huge cooldown that also does a lot of damage. Therefore, I can also prepare for this, and I can even see a timer when it's able to do the exact same spell once again. This can be seen right here, where it's called Growing Anger. The moment it reaches 0, the boss is also using this ability, and all of a sudden I'm also dying in next to no time. In my opinion, this is a must-have add-on if you don't know about the different mechanics in Mist of Pandaria. The next one is called Bagnon, and instead of having 5 different bags, it's now opening as one big bag. You can easily see the quality of items as they will be marked with different colors. If it's red, you also won't be able to use these or will equip them, where for example epics is going to be purple and rares blue. If you have for example also been farming for a long time, then you can click at this button and it will clean up everything, yeah, even sort it, so all of the same items will be right next to each other. There will also be an icon that indicates that this should just be rendered instead of being posted on the auction house, as these are currently also trash gray items. You can also search for items by typing cloth or whatever you're looking for. Next up, the ultimate Mist of Pandaria leveling add-on. This will help you reach level 90 in next to no time, and the most efficient way to level up in Mist of Pandaria is by questing. Therefore, this is also extremely handy. It will automatically hand in and pick up new quests. When you get a quest where you also need to use a quest item, these active items will appear. There's going to be an arrow you can easily follow to get to the right direction. NPCs you need to interact with or kill will automatically be marked. When you're picking up a quest, it will also show this on the map and at the exact location, unlike the traditional quest helper or well the built-in feature, which will show it like this. There's a free version you can try by using the redirect link below this video. This will also redirect you to the page where you can purchase the full version that works all the way up to 90. By using this link, you will also be getting a discount. And this discount will then help me as a content creator, so I can also spend more time on this passion and of course release even more videos in the future. Bartender 4 lets you change your action bars so you can make them look a lot different compared to the original thing. You type /BT and here you can hit lock and then drag every single bar to the location you would like to. What you can also do is to go to Blizzard Art Bar, drag this or even disable this entirely so it's not showing up. Basically, we can drag everything to the position we would like to. You can also change the scale so it's not as big, or even move all your action bars to the middle of the screen. Then you can press lock and now everything is like this. However, if we go back to /BT, you can also choose each individual bar, change the scale, the alpha, padding, and the amount of buttons. So if you would like action bar 1 to be bigger, or well, bar 1 bigger, then you can do it like this. You can of course also change all the other bars so they're looking a lot different by changing the rows, as you can see right here. Yeah, you can customize so many different things to make your action bars look a lot different compared to the original thing. Lately, I've also done quite a bit of gold farming, and what I'm using right here is called KiwiFarm. I've made this just to look into how much raw gold I'm making, but with other add-ons you could for example also show how much gold you're expected to make if you're posting these things on the auction house. You just need to make sure you have also scanned the auction house. But this is so useful for raw gold making, especially because right here we can also track the amount of gold per hour we're expected to be making. To change the scale and font and other important things, right click on the add-on here, well, where you see the entire box. Now we can go to appearance and change the widget, margin, anchor, text size and fonts as well. And this is what you need to customize or will change in order to make it look a bit better. The add-on Plater lets you change the nameplates so it's easier for you to see the cast bars if there's CC on a target or other important debuffs you have applied, for example damage over time effects. What I also like to use is BigDebuffs and another add-on called OmniCC. On the nameplate there will now appear a CC on a target, and I can also see the remaining time of that CC. It also works with other things such as stuns and other important things you just need to be aware of when you're either doing open world content, PvP, or even farming dungeons or raids. What I also like is the character portrait and target portrait will show important cooldowns, and now you'll never miss if a warrior activates a spell reflect or if there's something you need to dispel immediately. Alright, so these are also the add-ons I'm currently using, but if there's going to be many more I will be using in the future, then I will definitely also be posting a part 2. On my channel you can also find many other useful Mist of Pandaria guides, so make sure to check those out.